Hi, everybody. Welcome. How are you? So I just finished up a tarot reading on Foodie Beauty. For those of you that weren't there for all of it, please just catch the replay. It was a wonderful time. I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody, talking about Foodie Beauty, and showing what the cards had to say. And trust me, they had to say a lot of things about a lot of people. I did a reading on Foodie, the one on Foodie with Salah by himself, and finally Pete's. And for those who weren't there, my goodness, the Empress was all over the place. Who is this woman? We must know. She needs to come forward. Anyway, while I was doing the tarot reading, people were telling me that Chantal did another video. This one where she was driving around and she ate a candy bar and she ate Chinese food. So I thought, you know what? Let me just go on over and see what she's up to and see if it's worth reacting to. And there are some things of note. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover it just to keep up with all of Foodie stuff. Let me just go ahead and go on over to the video and pull that up and we'll see what we'll see. Now, before we get into the video, something I haven't done in a while, let's get into the comments of said video because there are a few comments of note. All right, so Fired Up says, if you don't want to control your food, you should at the very least be taking insulin. Uncontrollably high blood sugar is no joke. Your extreme thirst isn't just, oh, it's diabetes. It's dangerously high. Now, I have talked to a friend of mine who has told me that when you are diabetic, your blood sugar getting that high, that leads to extreme thirst. And it would seem, Foodie, that even if you're not eating a tremendous amount of food on camera, something's got to be happening off camera because you're extremely thirsty. You're always drinking a lot of water, a lot of water, a lot of water. It's like, why are you so thirsty? It can't be because you're in Canada and the climate is dry and you need that extra water for hydration. Could it be because your blood sugar is getting high again because you're snacking again and all that sugar is just making it spike? It kind of looks like it. I know that you're in Canada and you are partaking of all the snacks and all the food that maybe you couldn't get in Kuwait, but sometimes in life, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And in your case, with all of your health problems, you don't need to be taking all that sugar into your system. You don't need to be eating all those sugary, sweet drinks and food. You really should be backing all the way off. Diane says, no food is how you choose to handle any happy, sad, hurt, mad, depressed essay. Anything that happens in your life, you use food instead of seeing a therapist. Believe me, once you tackle the emotional pain of things you have bottled up, food will not be an issue. Food was a problem for me before, but isn't anymore. Not fat anymore and never will be. Well, I'm happy for you, Diane. If you got on top of your issues, I encourage everyone out there, if you got any kind of issues, don't be afraid to seek help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If there's a problem, there's always an answer. And if you can't find it yourself, somebody out there will help you. There's no shame in improving yourself and saying, I've got an issue and it's over my head. No shame, no embarrassment. Foodie's pride is getting all in the way of her getting help. She just doesn't want to admit to the fact that all of her issues are over her head and she needs to seek help from other people rather than use food as some kind of therapy. Joe Smith says, you're kind of have to choose your snacks or your limbs in life. That's the morbid reality of your health situation. Not a great idea to eat your favorites one more time. Remember Fast Food Funeral? Well, didn't she say that she was going to do a video or videos where she does story times around all her favorite foods? The problem with that is that everything is a favorite food of hers. She doesn't just have one favorite food. There's so many things that are a supposed favorite. Pizza is her favorite. Nashies are her favorite. She loved her Twisty Misties. She loved her Starbucks. She loves everything. So are we going to get a series of videos detailing all of her favorite foods? And is she going to use that as an excuse to indulge in her favorite foods? Not that she needs a reason, because she'll find any reason in the world to keep going. But honestly, Chantal, listen, you're on YouTube. This is your channel. You can make anything into your content. You can find a variety of things that are entertaining. Watching somebody get on YouTube and use food as a way to get high and to comfort themselves, it's not great content. And quite frankly, a lot of people are over the content. A lot of people do not want to see you destroy yourself with food. It used to be lighthearted, but as your health has gotten progressively worse, it's just gotten really sad and really dark, and nobody needs to see it. And you don't need to do it. You really don't need to do it, and you need to cut it out. Ballerina says, nothing tastes better than healthy feels. These are your words, not mine. You can lose your sight or go into a diabetic coma. I know you think you are invincible and that there's always time, but sadly, time is running out. Not wishing anything bad on you, just hoping and praying you'll come to the full realization you are playing with fire and you will get burnt. I would hate for you to ignore all the warnings and have something bad happen and hear you say, I should have listened. Some of the damage could be irreversible. I know deep down in your heart you don't want that. Food doesn't make anything better. You just think it does. Please work on changing your mindset and what food means to you for the sake of your life. Please, Chantal. There's so many people in her comments and even in her live chats. They have hope for Chantal. At the same time that Chantal doesn't have hope for herself, and she's not creating hope for herself. She's not creating a future for herself. And I find it very strange and very weird that for all of the pride and ego that Chantal places in having a partner and having a marriage, she wants a lifetime partner. At the same time, she's not thinking about her own lifetime. She wants to spend the rest of her life with someone, but how much of your life do you have left, Chantal? How much of your life do you take away with every bite, with every sip of a sugary drink or a fatty food? You're shortening your lifespan. Little by little, it's getting shorter and shorter. You want someone to be there with you forever, but at the same time, if you want to be in a relationship, you are not showing your partner that you want to be there for years and years and years and years. So why would anyone commit to you? Why would anybody give their heart and their soul to you? Why would anybody say, this is the partner I have for life, when there's no telling what's going to happen to you the next day or the next minute? Queen of Naboo says, girl, just take us back on the long road and reenact the CPAP machine rescue. So are you encouraging to go back to Natter? It might have already happened. She might be talking to Natter right now, getting some party favors right now. We don't know. But I do know that Natter was her match. If there was ever a match for Chantal, it would be Natter. I know that's horrible to think about. I mean, Natter, ew. But honestly, they were a lot alike in a lot of ways. And he accepted her the way she was. As horrible as she was, he accepted her. She didn't have to pretend to be somebody else. She could just be herself, and he was okay with that as long as she paid the bills and the rent. So if you're going to pay the bills and rent for somebody, Chantal, why not put yourself in a position where you can be yourself? You don't have to pretend to be something completely opposite. So what else we got here? RB says, I thought you said you'd stay in Canada for 5 years. I'm going to give my thoughts here. I think that YouTube payday for YouTubers is coming up within a couple of days. For Canadian YouTubers, I believe they get their pay on the 22nd. So for her, that would be 3 days. And I don't think Chantal is going to get an apartment. I don't think she likes the idea of setting down roots and getting an apartment and being all alone in that apartment. Given the size of her paycheck, I think she's going to be looking at it and thinking, Do I get an apartment or do I save the money and go back to Kuwait? My money is on her saving her money and trying to get back to Kuwait as soon as possible. Anybody's been watching her videos the last few days, then you've seen and you've heard how much she misses Salah. She really doesn't want to be away from him. And so she's going to try to hightail it back over there as soon as she can. Because she doesn't have that kind of paycheck where she can have an apartment and go back over there. And if she's planning to go back over there, why get an apartment? You know, why set down roots and then turn around and uproot herself and then take a plane ride? It's either one or the other. And she's very needy. She said so. And she needs him, her words. So she needs him. With Chantal, it's all about what she needs versus what she should do for herself that would better herself. Brooke says, shouldn't be on a plane for over 15 hours with your breathing. You need to get healthy for yourself. Canada is gorgeous compared to Kuwait. Well, I think they're both attractive in different ways. You know, Kuwait is more of desert. Canada is much more, you know, forest, mountains, streams, all that stuff. So both countries are beautiful. Both countries are great. But really, she should stay in Canada. That's her stomping grounds. That's her home soil. She's more at ease in Canada than she ever was in Kuwait. If Salah could come over to Canada, she really wouldn't want to be back in Kuwait, but she wants to go back over there for him. As long as he's over there and she's in Canada, she's going to long to be over there. So I don't think it's the country itself that she's attracted to. It's the fact that she threw all of her eggs into one basket and she wants to go back over to Kuwait to get close to that basket because that's where all of her eggs are and she's got no other. So what else is here for us? William says, please, Foodie, your husband wants you to get out and walk for your health. If you can't do it for yourself, please think of him and your vows. Salah, please help her with this and hold her accountable. This is what a husband and wife should do for each other. Mashallah. Listen, William, we don't know each other. We're strangers. Maybe you're someone you're new to, Chantal. So I'll give you that kind of space. But understand, sir, she has several different addictions. She has many different issues, some of them diagnosed, some of them undiagnosed. But if we're just talking about one particular issue, meaning the food, that is something that is over her head and over his head. And in layman's terms, she's an addict. Okay? Yes, it's food. And I know it's weird for some people to think about food being on the same level as, say, alcohol or drugs, but it is. Food can be as deadly, as life-altering, life-changing, ruining as an illegal or legal substance, but it is. You know, like anything in life can be abused and used, and it can ruin you. It can consume you. And food is consuming her. So just holding her accountable is not going to work. She needs inpatient. She needs to be somewhere with a team of doctors and specialists and therapists. She needs an entire football team of them to get better. Just Salah telling her no to food is not going to work, especially considering the fact that she's the one earning the money and she's holding the reins and he can't tell her no. She earns the money. She gives some to him to take care of, you know, finances, the rent and so forth. But she's the one in control of the money. And if she's in control of the money, he can't tell her no. All he can do is just be there and enable her. Or if he's smart, he'll get out now before things get really bad and just shut the door if she tries to come back to Kuwait. And that will be the end of that. Until she gets wrathful and makes a bunch of videos about him saying he was an awful person. Let's see. Looking. Let's see. Is there anything else here? Okay. Dove says, I don't understand the idea of showing all of this when you have stalkers. I know, right? She swears she has stalkers. She has stalkers. Everybody's stalking me. I got to be careful. if you have stalkers, why would you drive around town and show where you are? Wouldn't that be an open invitation to your supposed stalkers about what area you're in? Yeah, it would. So how can you cry stalkers at the same time you're openly showing things? I mean, just make it make sense, y'all, because I can't. I can't make sense of it all at all. Oh, let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll tell you what, let's get started with the video and see what Fraudy has to say for herself. Let's go.
So I'm going to start my series on vlogging just around different parts of, my little neck of the woods here in Canada, between different little towns in between Ottawa, Cornwall, all that. So I went to the Dollarama before I start, and I got a snack. And before I get really serious, I'm really hoping I will, I know. And I know you're rolling your eyes, but I feel like I really want to have my favorite snacks from here. Some of them, one last time. So got a big Turk here. This is my favorite candy bar growing up. Turkish Delight, Lukum.
Like, I'm going to let you guys know right now. I watched a bit of this video and I got a sense of nostalgia. Like, she's back in Canada and she's just eating her way around Canada. Like, she missed a lot of her comfort foods being in Kuwait. Now that she's back in Canada, she's indulging on all the food that she could not have while in Kuwait. Snacks, meals, nashies, Starbucks, whatever. She is just going ham with the food. So she went to the Dollarama. I don't know if that's like a 99-cent store. And I've been to 99-cent stores before. And a lot of them, they have not just like the processed food snack section, but a lot of them have like regular groceries produce section. Why didn't you get some fruit, Chantal? Even if they didn't have a produce section, like there's stuff in cans that are canned fruit. That would have been better than a candy bar. Girl, you're over there, you're taking 3 different medications for your high blood pressure, high blood sugar. What are you grabbing right now? A candy bar. And you think it's safe to fly back to Kuwait with all of your health issues? Do you know how dangerous it is for you to fly right now? It's extremely dangerous. And if you have a medical emergency, thousands and thousands of feet up in the air, you're not going to be able to get to a hospital in time. You're not going to be able to get to a doctor in time. You are going to be screwed. You're in Canada, and while you're in Canada, you could better yourself. You could go on walks. You can start to teach yourself to eat more healthy. You're not doing that. You're just indulging. And that's why you need inpatient. That's exactly why, because look at you now. You're surrounded by the temptations, all of them, the food, the chemicals, all of it. You're indulging. Didn't I say to everybody that this would happen? We all knew it would happen. Someone who has multi-layered addictions to things, surrounded by temptation, who has no coping mechanisms, no coping skills, nothing that replaces the addictions as far as ways to get happy and ways to feel joy. You're going to give in to the temptations. You're not going to be able to say no. And she's not saying no. So all the people in your comments section that have hope for you, that are concerned for you, and this is how you repay them. This is how you repay the people that care about you, your family, your friends, your subscribers. This is the repayment for all the worry and the stress that you cause other people. I'm going to get on camera and I'm going to eat a candy bar, even though I'm a diabetic with dangerously high blood sugar. This is what I'm going to do. And this is why I say to those of you that are VIBs, I told you guys, I'm going to keep telling you until you get it. You're hoping for someone that has no hope for themselves, that does not want to improve, does not care about their health. They'll talk about getting healthy, but they don't follow through with what they say. All she wants all of you to do is watch her destroy herself. And that's exactly what she's doing. Just watch her become more and more unhealthy. And if she reaches a place where she's really unhealthy and something happens, then she's going to be crying for sympathy. And I say if that happens, no sympathy should be given because she had plenty of time, opportunity, money, resources to turn things around. And she literally chose not to.
It's chocolate covered Turkish delight. Big Turk. Takes me way back. So, are these expired or what? Thought I would show you around a little. Some of the places I like to frequent for drives instead of the long road. You know, in Ottawa we have the long road in different areas. Well, I'm going to show you some areas I like to go driving when I'm around here. So, if there's anything you'd like to see in this vlog series, just let me know. I can try to accommodate you. I can't promise. But the air is dry, so my nose is always dry. And anyway, a lot of things have changed in this area. So, yellow, let's go. Put my big Turk away. Ugh. Big Turk. Dollarama!
Oh, Lord. Did you guys see the size of that bag? Notice she did not pull out anything else from that bag. How much y'all want to bet that whole bag was filled with nothing but snacks she shouldn't have? And that's why she didn't show it to us. Let's go back again. I want to see that bag. Y'all see? Look, I got it right here. Come on. Show it to us one more time, Chantal.
Dollarama!
The size of that bag. You know that's not Christmas presents in there. Unless it is. Did you go to the Dollarama to buy the Christmas presents for your family? No. Look at the size of that bag. Guaranteed. That's full of snacks she shouldn't have. That's why she didn't pull anything out. Mama, you're going to have a B moment later, aren't you? Lord. And you're talking about flying back to Kuwait.
But I can't do anything about that. So this is a Cora's I'm backing out of. This used to be the original Pizza Hut in Cornwall. All right. And it's been a Pizza Hut for the longest time I can remember, except for I think it's been a few years now since it's not. All right.
Burger King was right there. How much y'all want to bet she got herself a Nashi that she ate off camera?
I love the pine trees here. I was so used to, palm trees, very close. So this across the way here, Value Village, Pet Value, Habitat for Humanity. I don't remember exactly what it was before Value Village was. Oh, you see the Value Village? That, my friends, is where I used to go as a kid for spaghetti. It was like Giovanna's or something like that.
Really? You just got through eating food. You showed us a bag that probably had more food in it, and you're talking about food. Why is it that all of your content has to involve talk of food and showing of food and eating of food? Is there nothing else you can show us? Nothing else. Canada is enormous. It's huge. There's so many things to see in Canada. It's so scenic there. It's gorgeous. So what is going on here with all of this? This content sucks. Chantal, instead of doing this drive around town and talking about nostalgic things and, oh, I used to go here and eat, why not take us to a beautiful scenic lake or mountain stream or park? Pardon me. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Why not take us there? I mean, it's Christmas time in Canada. What about the lights? What about anything? You did the same thing in Kuwait. Kuwait is huge, lots to see. No, they don't celebrate Christmas, but there's so much to see. Ugh. And you're showing us you driving. Lazy content.
If anyone remembers, Spaghetti House. And I had a picture of, I think, a woman crossing her arms in like a cameo style picture in Giovanni's Spaghetti House. What am I doing? I can totally turn right on a red light here. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. And I used to go there all the time as a kid. I have to slam my phone because my thing will show. Okay. All the time. And they had really good spaghetti and garlic bread. I guess spaghetti is a comfort food for me because of, I saw someone comment that foods are comfort foods because we associate them with a happy time in our life, and it's true.
Well, you know what? If all of your memories from your past and your present revolve around food, you know what you do? You make happy memories now that don't revolve around food. You find things to do and people to be around and places to be where food is not involved. That's how you get away from that. On top of inpatient therapy, that's how you get away from that. You replace the toxic with the non-toxic. Your fixation on food is ridiculous, Chantal. It's ridiculous. You keep yourself on a hamster wheel and you don't ever get off. Maybe it's beyond the stretch of your imagination because you're so deep in your fixation on food. It irritates you that what you find fascinating and you love so much, other people don't share the same view. We are not as fixated on food as you are. That goes for a lot of people in your audience. There are some people in your audience, there are people, they're subscribers. They don't have a fixation on food. Maybe they come to your chats and just talk about food because you do, but they're not deep into that problem. And they would gladly watch other content where food is not involved. As a matter of fact, I remember people during the Cuba rage, they were happy to be away from Natter, to have you not talk about Natter, to see a different setting, to see the beach. They were excited. They were giving you positive comments. And what did you do? You ate. You got mad. You got real mad. Do you notice that every time you do something that is not food, people get excited? They want variety. They want something different. They long for something different. They want changes of scenery. They want new people. They want something that is not mundane and just keeps repeating itself. But you, because you're so fixated on food, that's all you want to give. You said it yourself many times. Eating food is lazy, easy content, and that's why you do it. And because it's lazy, easy content, and you can make money off of it, you keep making money off of it. But at what price? Because you pay for everything in life. Everything. And the price of you doing that lazy, easy content has been the price of your health. You traded all of your health for a bunch of mukbangs and a bunch of feedies that want to keep it going for their own fetish. And here you are. Now you've reached the point where you're so unhealthy that you're having trouble with a lot of things. And you got a choice to make. Be unhealthy, take that plane ride back to Kuwait, and become more unhealthy, because if you get to Kuwait, what's going to happen? You're going to sit in a room and do your mukbangs, going to sit in front of that blue couch and keep eating and keep eating and keep eating until either you become bedbound or you have a medical emergency. If you stay in Canada, the same thing is probably going to happen, except that if you're in Canada, in your home country, you might get the health care you need. So what's it going to be? Go to Kuwait, separated from your family, in a place where they can't get to you, become more unhealthy, get bedbound perhaps, or stay in Canada, and the same thing's going to happen unless you change your ways.
I love this winter scene. You know, I used to hate the winter, but being in constant sunshine and summer and warmer weather all the time, you kind of miss the it's a winter gloom that you know, it's a winter gloom for sure. Oh, oh.
What?
On this Mary Brown's restaurant I'm driving by here now, used to be an A&W.
So what are we doing? Are we taking the long road or a long road just to talk about food? Is that all this is? Boo, boo. Tomatoes in the chat, boo. Is there nothing else where you can describe something that's not food related? Is there nothing in town, and any town, where you've done something where food was not a factor? If so, take us there. Do a story time about that. Find something great to do. I'm sick of hearing about food.
For the longest time, A&W. When things change like that, when they've been around for so long, it's sad. You know? Geez, I need new windshield wipers, but anyway. So now it's just open road a little bit. You have that early winter kind of gloominess. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going to be bouncing around different areas, you know, of this country while I'm here. So,
Wait, what? While I'm here? Sounds like she's already planning to leave. While I'm here. As opposed to, I'm here and I'm going to get an apartment and be living here for a while. That was a tell, y'all. That was a definite tell. While I'm here, like she's already got one foot out the door. She's already planning on going back to salon. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. You're just going to make things worse.
this is like a whole chain of like budget hotels that we just passed. I went out in public and went into some stores, and I get easily recognized when I'm in Ottawa, Cornwall, in between. So now more than ever, it's weird.
What are you talking about? Who's recognizing you? Look, if Foodie walked into a store, any store or any place, and she got recognized and it was a fan, she would put that on camera immediately because she loves to be praised. She loves when people say, "Oh, it's Foodie Beauty. I love you so much." So if people are recognizing her and coming up to her, why isn't she putting it on camera? Why won't she make that into her content? I don't think people are recognizing you from YouTube, Chantal, because the only people that know you from YouTube are people from YouTube. Your audience, the reaction channel audience. That's the only people that know who you are. Not to be mean, but maybe when you walk in a store or any place and people are looking at you, it's because you are almost 600 pounds, and that's not something you see every day.
Weird. But if you see me, don't be shy to say hey. And yeah, as long as you're a respectful person. But most of you are. All right, what is this? Floral Drive? No. Oh, no, I don't want to go there. I used to think that like trees with no leaves were depressing, but it's got a winter aesthetic to it for sure. So you guys,
You know what this is, y'all? This is Chantal's content, because wherever she's staying, she can't go live from that location. If she's staying with mom and dad, if she's staying with the uncle, I'm not exactly sure where she's staying, but my money is on she's staying with a relative, and they know the hate that she has, and they don't want the noise that comes with her. So wherever she is, they put their foot down and said, you can't live stream from here. You want to live stream, you want to do a video, you have to leave the house. And that might also be the reason Chantal lately has been saying, oh, I don't stay up past 8 o'clock. Maybe wherever she is, there's a bit of a curfew, and she can't come rolling in about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, because maybe people in the house are working and they don't want to be disturbed. So if you want to go live, Chantal, get a hotel or motel room and do it there. But this is the content that she's doing because she can't go live someplace else.
all ready for the holidays? I know that being Muslim, we don't celebrate Christmas, but whenever, the holiday season is ingrained it's in your culture and you've grown up with it for 38 years, it's hard to just, and especially if your family is, my family's not even really that religious, some members, but they still celebrate the holidays. So it's not really a Christmas thing, it's more of a holiday season kind of thing. And on the left here, I used this bike trail all the way to Long Sault. It took like a couple of hours, but it was very nice.
Is she trying to tell us that she used to bike for 2 miles? Because I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. Lies all day. Chantal lies.
I did it with a friend, and we stopped midway for ice cream. So that is all right. I was a kid, of course. I could probably do it nowadays if... oh my gosh, it looks like the trees are huddling. That's right. Like they're conferring on something. But yeah, I could probably do it nowadays if I was in shape and if I practiced being in shape, So... All right, we're going to just pull in here. I like to go in this park up here. Put my signal ahead of time because, yeah, I love the trees. Oh, I love them. All right, so people, yeah, they just like to come and park, and there's a path over there you can walk down. A lot of walking paths. I love just spending an afternoon or a morning. I miss driving, so I like to take drives.
Wait. You miss driving? Didn't you tell us in Kuwait that you didn't miss driving, that you like to be driven around? You did say that. I remember hearing you say that. So while you're in Kuwait, while you're with Salah, to make him feel good, you're going to say, I don't miss driving. Now that you're back in Canada by yourself, suddenly you miss it. I don't think you miss driving, Chantal. I think you just like having the freedom and the ability to get in your car and go get your snacks and go get whatever food you want. When you were in Kuwait, you had to depend on Salah and food delivery services. But now that you're back in Canada with the Sangria Kia, You can go get whatever you want whenever you want. And you have been. You've been indulging. You just showed us a whole bag of snacks, girl. Yes, you did. And you're about to eat Chinese food later. You like that freedom to be able to indulge. And this is why you need inpatient. You need to be somewhere where somebody tells you no because you're not telling yourself no.
I really like to take drives
You know,
around here. It's extremely peaceful. This road's a bit bumpy, but whatever. I love it.
I'm getting a flashback right now in my head of when Chantal wanted to go to a park. I don't know if it's the same one as the one right here, but I remember Chantal would drive completely out of her way to find the park where there was absolutely no one. Notice she's not taking us to a public place with lots of people. She could. It's Christmas time. People are out shopping, they're doing things. Why not take us to a public place where there are people? She's doing the same thing in Canada that she did in Kuwait, just finding a deserted, abandoned place where there's no one so that she can show us, versus someplace a bit busy or with a few people, or there might be a chance of people. She's not being sociable. She's secluding herself again.
All right, I'm going to go down this road here, sharing this moment with you guys. Nice park. I will say Cornwall, it's a nice town. Like, it's nice. It's got a really it's got nice nature walks. It's got nice parks, really nice parks, and many of them trails. It's close to Ottawa. It's got, it's close to a lot of nice areas. It's on the St. Lawrence River.
I'm getting very strong running up the meter vibes right now. Like she's driving slow down this long road, as slow as possible. Sorry, Canada, not trying to be rude, but I know that there's beautiful scenery in Canada. This is not pretty scenery. It's just her being on the road. There's lakes, there's ponds, there's beautiful places, and she's just driving down a road with really nothing to look at, just babbling. Bad content, Chantal.
So it's right at the border of upstate New York. So, yeah. Oh. Wow. This is so pretty. Honestly, I am so happy to be here right now. Seriously. Wow. There's the St. Lawrence River down here. Let's go and have a look-see. I love this. The St. Lawrence River in the wintertime is beautiful. I didn't appreciate it before. But you don't know what you've got till it's go.
Oh, God, please don't sing. It's a 20-minute video. Could you not sing? For God's sake, Chantal, you've got a phone. Can you not find a face? Can you not find like a voice tune app on there somewhere and apply it?
Oh, I don't know who that is. Some long-haired hair metal guy.
The group is called Cinderella, and the vocalist is Tom Kiefer. I grew up in the 80s, and yes, I know that band. Not personally, but used to listen to them all the time.
Cinderella, Sebastian Bach.
No, that's Skid Row.
Motley Crue. Wow. The St. Lawrence in the winter is beautiful, like I said.
You know,
Yes.
if Chantal wanted to get out and walk, this would be the perfect weather for her. In Kuwait, it was too hot. It was over 100 degrees during the summertime. She's back in Canada. She loves cold weather. She loves the cold air. Why not get out and walk for at least 10 minutes? Since she's in Canada, Salah's not around. Why not take a walk? Do winter walks. Make that part of your regular content. Content plus you get healthy, double win.
There we go. Whew, it's windy though. So areas like this make it hard for me to be in between two very different geographical worlds. Canada, Kuwait, so different. And I feel conflicted. I feel torn. Like I love this and I didn't appreciate it before. And it's going to be sad to leave it. But I guess ultimately for me,
It's going to be sad to leave it. So she does plan on leaving. That's another tell. She has no plans on putting down any kind of roots in Canada again. She gave up all of her roots to go over there to be with Salah. No plans to stay. That's why my money is on the fact that when she gets her paycheck, she might be buying her next plane ticket back to Kuwait as soon as she can get there. Just in a hurry and in a huff to be next to Salah to control his every move. Either way, Chantal, you're going to be unhealthy. It's just a big question of, do you want to be unhealthy in a place where you're going to have health care that you need because you're so dangerously unhealthy, or you're going to be in a place where you have no access to the health care that you need at a time that you might need it the most? You're an idiot if you go back.
home is where the heart is. And as a married woman, I feel like husband and wife have to take care of each other. Not being in your lives every day is really
Okay, stop right there. So a husband and wife have to take care of each other. If Salah really cared about you, even on a friendship level, if you're good friends with someone, really good friends, and you care about your friend, you tell them the truth. Whether it hurts their feelings or not, you will always tell them the truth and be honest. You'll feel comfortable enough to tell them the truth. And if Salah cared about you, even as a friend, he would say, your health is bad. Do what you need to do to fix it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. Don't worry about me. You need to take care of you right now. If he had any kind of sense or any kind of care about you, he would say that. And he would back it up by saying, don't even think about coming over here right now. It would not be safe for you. Stay where you are, get yourself together. If you try to come over here, I'm locking the door and I'm not answering it and I'm blocking your phone. Even as a playhouse kind of husband, he would say that to you and put his foot down. Somebody needs to. You're not going to put your foot down. You don't have any willpower. Somebody else has got to have the willpower. If he allows you back over there, he's a bigger idiot than you are.
hard for me mentally. So, anyway, let's keep going. Okay. Am I going to be able to get out of here? Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm on a slant. Oh boy, I'm on a slant.
Wait, so she drove all the way out there to that park, and now we're leaving? You just got there. Why not take a walk? Why not walk around the lake? Talk about things around the lake. She essentially just drove all the way out there, got out of the car, spoke for like 2 minutes, and now she's back in the car. What was the point of even going out there in the first place?
Wonder if there's a Loch Ness monster.
So much for showing your viewers around Canada. All of you VIPs. She said, "Oh, I'll show you different places around Canada." Well, that was a very short tour. I wouldn't even pay a nickel for that. We weren't even there for 10 minutes.
Sorry, my iced coffee finished. Ooh! And no, not from Starbucks. All right, let's go. Yalla. All right, so this is a major street here in Cornwall. This is Brookdale Avenue. Okay. All right, I'm about to turn on Pitt Street, which is another busy street here in Cornwall. Just waiting to turn here. There's a Tim Hortons as usual on every corner. Yes, there is. Like literally. All right. All right, we're going to drive down Pitt.
This is boring, Chantal. This is not like an ASMR ambiance driving no talking video, because there are videos like that on YouTube. They get lots of views. But you're not just driving and no talking and then just showing people around via SIGH. You're trying to do a vlog at the same time, but not doing it very well.
So much nostalgia just flowing through me. But you know what? I'm not.
And that's dangerous for her. She's driving around, feeling a sense of nostalgia. She's alone in Canada. And just as she talked about in the earlier part of this video, what does all of her nostalgia revolve around? Food. Every happy memory contains food somewhere. So if she's feeling sad and lonely and nostalgic, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to continue to happen until she goes back to Kuwait? More eating, much more eating. She's indulging in her favorite snacks. She's got an iced coffee. So let's recap. She had a candy bar, which as a diabetic, she shouldn't have. On top of that, she had iced coffee, which more than likely had sugar in it. Had a whole big bag of snacks. So she's already planning on a B moment somewhere away from the camera, because notice she didn't show us what was in that bag. Why didn't she show us what was in the bag? Unless it was food. And she's going to be eating Chinese on top of this.
As negative about it right now. It's not bad. I have some good feelings now. You know, sometimes nostalgia is depressing. Sometimes it's nice. It's nice right now. Just being a kid and going to this restaurant that I'm going to, you know. We're going down by the water here. And there's Jack Lee's on the right. Yeah. Classic place for me.
So big question, Chantal, how many fast food restaurants did you eat from this day? You're showing us one. What about the others? Because we know this ain't all there was. You weren't just eating one meal today. You've probably eaten several. You have to eat every 2 hours. You told us that. So what else did you eat besides Chinese and a candy bar and iced coffee? What else was there? What's in that bag? You want to know what's in that bag.
I'm going to try to parallel park, and I absolutely suck at it. Oh my gosh. I might not be able to, guys. Wish me luck. Oh gosh. Am I going to do it? I think I'm going to do it. Yep. Hi, guys. So I'm here at one of the longest standing restaurants now.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Did you guys notice the shift in her emotional state and her mood as soon as she got to that restaurant? Like she brightened up immediately. She gets way too excited over food. She wasn't this excited at the park, but now she's at the restaurant where she can eat. Look at her, she's happy.
History I found on a Cornwall museum website. Really cool to see this website. I'll put the link here somewhere for you guys to see, maybe in the description or something, if you want to know about Cornwall's history. And this restaurant is from, like, I think 1978, so it's pretty old. I'm locking my doors. I always do that. It's pretty old, and the inside has not been renovated as far as I know. You guys will see. I talked about this place before. It has not been renovated, I think, since the 70s or 80s, and it doesn't really need to, because the buffet is so nostalgic for a lot of people here.
Oh my God, two things that don't belong together in one sentence. Foodie beauty and buffet. That's a dangerous combination. She's going to a buffet? Oh Lord, look out. They're going to kick her out for eating all the doggone food? Chantal, why are you going to a buffet? Aren't you supposed to check to see if the food is halal? I don't think it's going to be halal. It might have pork products. You know what? I don't even care. It's her diet. It's what she wants to do. She wants to destroy herself with food. Who can stop her? Nobody. I'm just here to react to her, but I'm over here shaking my head about how stupid she is.
It's very popular, and a lot of people really love to come back here for the buffet. It's not wow, fantastic Chinese food. It's Canadianized Chinese food, and by that standards, it's...
Look at her. She's practically giddy talking about this food. She can't wait to go in and eat. You just had a candy bar. You just had iced coffee and God knows what else. Why are you this happy over food? Girl, calm down.
Very delicious. So I'm going to have things that don't have pork. And I'll show you some of the dishes that we have here. And I find Chinese takeout, and it's special for me because I used to come here as a kid a lot.
You guys, I recognize this. Okay. Remember, BED in recovery. This is, how can I say this nicely? There's no way to say it nicely. I'll just say it the way I'm thinking it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an addict who's happy because they're about to get high. They're about to get their fix. It is what it is. She's a food addict and she's about to get high. So she's all excited and just elated to get her fix right now.
And, with family, and it was like a treat, and it was super cheap. Their buffet used to be like six something, close to $7 for all you can eat. And now it's like, I think $16 to $17. So of course, inflation, right? But I love the fried rice. I love the broccoli. I love the chicken.
Do you really need to be paying $17 for a bunch of Chinese food? no offense to anyone who eats it, but does she really need to be eating $17 worth of food? No. God, no.
Balls with sweet and sour sauce, the chicken wings. Oh my gosh, they have good chicken wings. They're like fried garlic chicken wings. I can't wait. So
Yeah, exactly. She can't wait. What I say? She's she's getting that dopamine rush to her brain right now. She's anticipating getting that food. And it's not like she's not eating all day and like, oh, I'm starving. I just want to eat. We've all gone through that. Like, you're really hungry. I'm like, I'm going to eat. Yay. Nah, she's not that hungry. She just had something in front of us. It's not like her stomach is empty. She's just like, oh, I'm going to be surrounded by a buffet and lots of food and many different things. And it's just, that's Chantal's jam. Give her a lot of everything and she's happy. An endless supply of food. Oh, you shouldn't be going to a buffet. Bad idea.
I'm gonna go eat. Yeah, just going by myself. No shame in that. And
There's plenty of shame in that. You are a diabetic. You're on 3 different kinds of medication. You should be taking care of your health. And where the heck are you going? A buffet. Like that's going to help you get healthy.
I hope you guys enjoy this series of exploring my hometown. Now, I will admit that I used to have negative feelings about living here and got tired of that small town kind of mentality and just wishing for something bigger, But coming back and reminiscing about good memories, which is what I'm going to do, good memories mostly.
And all of your good memories revolve around food. It's not that you're happy to be home and you're back in Canada. You're back in Cornwall. You're back in Ottawa. It's not the town that you're happy about. It's being surrounded by all the food choices and being able to go ham for as long as you're here. This whole thing of you being in Canada, however long you're going to be in Canada, it's all about taking a food tour. Is this like an extended version of the fast food funeral? Let's go ham. Let's eat everything we remember and everything we love before I have to go back and I can't have it anymore. Because that's what this feels like, y'all. This feels like a fast food funeral of I'm here, I'm going to go ham, I'm going to eat everything. I don't care about my health. I'm just going to vacuum it all up until I take that plane ride back.
Um, it's fun. I'm having fun with it. So, yeah. Anyway, I want to do some videos in Ottawa as well and some other little towns because this is like a town. I don't know if you guys know like South Stormont, Dundas, all that. There's like little areas that have little towns that are kind of cool. So we have a lot of exploring to do. All right, so Yellow, let's go inside and get some food. All right, let's go in.
No, not the happy music. Oh my God. We got the happy music playing. That's another tell. Like, look at her playing that happy copyright free music. Happy music. Happy. She's happy going into that buffet. Excited she is. Chantal, we know what rice pudding and jello looks like, and why do we have to see that whole thing of rice pudding and jello? Why was that important? Look, happy. Happy. She's in her element. She's in her jam. Happy. Whew. Tell me you're a food addict without telling me you're a food addict. You were all somber and driving down that long road through that park. This level of excitement was not there until you got to the restaurant with the buffet. Girl, come on. This is why you need inpatient. And what do we got? Bunch of unhealthy options. Unhealthy. We got a little bit of broccoli over here for show, but we got carbs. Carbs everywhere. Carbs every place. We got some noodles over here. Carbs. Rice. Carbs. Fried food. Carbs. More carbs. Oh wait, that's my bad. Sorry, y'all. This looks like more noodles. Carbs. 2 plates of carbs. And you know that she didn't just stick to 2 plates. That's not enough to feed Chantal. She went back for 2 more, I promise you. And you know she couldn't do without dessert. She's not going to leave there unless she gets her dessert. That fortune is a lie. It doesn't apply to you. It says others see you as a fine person with great qualities. That's somebody else's fortune. You took it, didn't you? You pulled it off the floor. That is not for you. That's for somebody else.
All right, you guys.
Oh, quick jump cut. Showing 2 plates of food, and then she didn't show herself eating it. Just quick jump cut. I'm going to show you the food, and then I'm going to cut off the camera and eat all the food, and not going to turn the camera back on until I'm done. Yeah, we see you, Chantal.
I'm going to end the video here. They play copyright music, so I couldn't really talk, but...
Wow. So she went into the restaurant. She was breathing fine. She was talking fine. Y'all see how out of breath she is? Y'all hear it? She is so out of breath. Why are you out of breath? You just parked your car and walked in and then ate and came back up. Why are you so breathless? What is going on here? And why are your pupils so blasted in the middle of the day with sunlight? Did you take something? I think you took something.
Just ran to my car. Anyway.
Girlfriend, if getting in your car makes you that out of breath, something is wrong with you.
I'm going to end the video. I'm going to do more of these videos. I hope you like exploring with me and reminiscing. And
honestly, Chantal, if all of your memories revolve around food, you do not need to reminisce about that. You're just trying to find a sneaky way to indulge in your foods and have an excuse for it. Tell me I'm wrong. You're just trying to find excuses and ways and shortcuts to get to your favorite foods and not get a lot of crap for it. That's all this is.
Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Yeah, she's happy. She went to a buffet. She went ham. She's happy. She's very happy. Chantal, I don't want to see you have B moments. I don't want to watch that. I don't think anybody else does either. The subs on your channel, they want you to get healthy. They said that you could do any content you want, and they would watch you. The ones that aren't saying that are the people with the food fetish. But yet, you're catering to them, and you don't want to change. My people have said, we'll still watch you, take us places, do things. But when you go out and you do things, food is involved. You're still trying to cater to both sides of that audience, when it really should be catering to just the one side. The side that cares for you, not the other side that don't care. But your life, your choice. If you want to end up in a hospital, I guess you want to end up there. If you want to end in a morgue, you're going to end up there too. You know what's wrong with you. You don't care. All you could think about is getting back to Salah. But you're going to get on a plane, fly back over there, and no matter if you're in Canada or Kuwait, you're still going to eat. you're not going to slow down. And we know what's going to happen. So with that said, y'all, I think I'm out. Hope you guys have enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and please have a wonderful night.